It would make any of those businesses within that area that currently have a drive-through or a car wash or a gas station, at some point they could be non-conforming if that business was to go out and a period of time lapsed before something else came back in. So I think that's something for council to consider across the entire, urban area. So I can see how some of that could be good standards for new development. I would caution against the entire urban area, although I know there are some elements of Elevate that do speak to moving in that direction. I will say from an economic development standpoint that does add more time and more cost to a new business that could potentially be starting up. Now they would have to go through the special use permit process, which would take them to planning and zoning. There's additional time, maybe they have a loan that they're waiting on to pay back. So there are other things to factor in when looking at the need to, or the thought of putting a special use permit in place for those specific things.
Yeah, thank you, Chris. I appreciate that. And Councilor Corrin said it really beautiful about this really being a catalyst, like for getting rid of barriers. And I feel like making a bunch of these properties non-conforming properties only actually adds a barrier to a place that we're trying to put so much attention into. So I, for one, I think would say not to have these as special use permits for drive-throughs, gas pumps, car washes, those kinds of places in the urban place, as well as the parking lots. Payday loans, at risk of getting placed on a billboard again, I don't particularly care how many SUPs payday loans have to go through. Maybe I'll get on a billboard after that. But the other places I do feel like require, perhaps instead of making them non-conforming, give them some design options.